Never forget, too, guys, that I have a bad back. So I'm playing a dangerous game here. It's not a game. What choice do I have? I can either stay in the shelter, you know, or I can rent a dingy, stupid room, you know. I'm disabled, I have a dog, and I have horrible, atrocious credit. Horrible credit, okay? I fucked over credit card companies many, many years ago to the tune of probably a total of $15,000 or something. Remember at one point when I was fucking over, I think I was fucking over the Macy's card, I believed that Chad Kroger was going to come for me and was in love with me and I would be rich, so it wouldn't matter. See, delusional, crazy. In any case, I fucked over credit card companies when I was first moving in with Donald and when whatever, I don't know. That's what I did. So you add all those things together, and you know, it's like impossible for me to find a place. I mean, I could get a dingy room, of course. They'll take you without, I'm sure, credit checks or whatnot, pay whatever, and be miserable, and probably be tempted to go out and drink. That's the thing, you know. Last night I met this woman. People come and go in this place. She's not coming back. Some people aren't allowed to stay if they don't have ties, you know, to the city or come from another state or something. She was in California at the same time I was for like 10 years dating a multi-millionaire. I'm like, oh my God, you're homeless now and you were dating a multi-millionaire? You were living the high life? I can't believe that. Is that crazy shit? You get all types in this place. Anyone can be homeless, just like that woman said. Because one woman is she's a druggie and she's obese and she's this and she's that but she has a son who is healthy and gets honors in school. She was saying she's so proud of him, you know, and he's really, really, really smart. She's like, I don't know where he got his intelligence, you know, because it wasn't for me. And, you know, so you meet all kinds of different people. But the woman who left the multimillionaire, she's in super, super, super pain, and Mass Health won't pay for her to, I wrote her a note, I'm sorry you're in so much physical pain. I have a very low physical pain threshold. I can't imagine it, but, you know, she's in constant physical pain. They can't figure out what's wrong with her, and she needs some kind of really expensive drug, Liacra or something, and the Mass Health won't pay for it. And she said she's in so much pain, she wanted to, she begged her doctor to amputate her leg. That's how much pain she was in. So I helped her out. I helped her make her bed and strip her bed and do all kinds of crap, you know, because I just helped her. She was leaving. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll do it for you, you know. I felt really, really bad for her. I gave her a note because she couldn't stay. I said, I hope you find a way to relieve your physical pain, you know. And I told her I have a very low physical pain threshold. I said, you know, part of the note, I said, I'm in constant emotional pain because bad people keep intentionally hurting me, you know. And I told people last night a bit of my story because I was pissed off. I was talking to my mom, and her phone hasn't been working, and Marion didn't want to. Marion's like, oh, it's working. The guy, they took it to be serviced. Yeah, it works sometimes. And I said, Mom, your phone? She's like, no, it's not working. I'm like, Mom, you have close to $60,000. You know, I said, I was talking to the show, so I said, you have a lot of money. Remember, I got rid of my cell phone so that I wouldn't be tempted to call my mom and get upset with her. And I was upset, and one of the women says, what's wrong? I'm like, and I guess I felt like telling my story. I don't know. I don't say to anybody, I just say my mom has problems and I have problems. I don't say, you know, the real deal about the schizophrenia and in and out of mental hospitals in 3.5 months. I mentioned Marion, though, and that woman's like, I'd kick Marion's ass for you. Why don't you kick Marion's ass? And that's wrong. Yeah, I know. I'm not strong enough, but I told about the landlord thing. I told about that, you know. The bottom line is people like Marion and the landlord and whoever else, you know, can get away with saying anything they want about me because I've been diagnosed as crazy. So, you know, you can do whatever you want and people will believe you, most people. Pretty sad. I'm heading off to sit in a coffee shop and have some herbal tea. I've been spending a lot of money not eating at the shelter, but I refuse to do it. I refuse. I'm praying I don't get my back hurt, and I refuse to eat that food. I refuse to give in to whatever this is that has befallen me, you know, if that's even a word. I refuse to give in, you know. People who smoke cigarettes, if even they smoke a pack a day, that's $10 a day, you know, so I'm spending a lot on unhealthy food, but, you know, this is a joke. This is a joke, you know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I wasn't going to say anything to anybody, and then I'm like, you know what, fuck it. You know, I'm telling the whole world this. What's the difference if I tell these people? They all have problems. They all have stories. One woman's like, yeah, I have an Auntie Marion, but I was, you know, she's like, I don't want to hear it. She's like, you know, I was triggering her with my story, but I was telling someone else what she was hearing, you know, and she was listening to. And it happens all the time, you know. They don't understand. Get a lawyer. I don't have the money to get a lawyer. Marion lying through her teeth about it's just people, when people hear this story, it's like a movie of the week. It doesn't make sense, but it's my life and it's true. And I said, the bottom line, I said to this one woman, she's older, she's getting out soon, I said, my mother and I are both used to being treated like shit, see? So, that's all, we were used to being treated like shit, because the first words out of that woman's mouth, Marion's a bully. I'd put her in her place, you know, I'd tell her, you know, I told her about the power of attorney and all this crap, but I didn't get into the nitty-gritty thing, where my mom Marion touts herself as being my mom's protector for me, and my mom wanted to have her as her power of attorney, just to help her out or whatnot, but in the end, Marion took full advantage of that, and I 100% believe Marion intends to fucking screw me over big time. And I get screwed over in little ways anyway, because Marion hides my mom's whereabouts from me, but I'm not going to tell these people that, you know. I'm not going to get into the real nitty-gritty. But that's the thing. Forget about the money. But of course money's involved. My mom used to say to me, Marion would have nothing to do with me if not for this money, you know, if I didn't have money. And yeah, probably, Mom. It's all a joke, you know. Oh, I know what I'm going to tell my friends tonight about the God took the wrong sister thing. My mom's beloved sister died last summer, and what does that tell you? My mom's terrified. Like I said to these women, my mom's terrified of the woman who has power of attorney over her, number one. She did it in secret. She was helping my mom, and my mom didn't know what she was signing. She trusts her sister. And even years later, she's like, oh, Marion has plenty of money of her own. My mom can't grasp the concept of greed or that Marion intends to fuck me over. But Marion fucks me over in little ways. Marion's trying to remove me completely from the picture. Marion doesn't even tell me when my mom's locked up in the nurse went, or rather, nobody else would tell me, and Marion's my enemy, so of course I'm not going to ask Marion, you know. It's all about control. It's all about the money. And you tell outsiders, well, I told you about the shelter caseworker, Marion's the worst of the bunch. I have the landlord, my former roommate, and Marion, you know. And she gets away with it. And my mom's terrified of her. And I'm afraid of her, you know. But my mother and I both used to being treated like shit, and Marion is a bully. End of story. And the woman said the same thing Joe said to me, you know, bullies want to be put in their place. Yeah. I'm not the one to do that. I'm a lover, not a fighter, like I told those people. I wouldn't call them friends, of course, but the acquaintances, shelter acquaintances, I told them last night, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Oh, end of story. And she said, you need to get a lawyer, you need to do this, you need to do that. Yeah, I'm like, I'd rather hug my bear and cry. It's really a blue dog, but, you know, I'd rather hug my bear and cry.